Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm doing some Farmhouse Christmas DIYs. This first one up is this cow cutting board. Now, a ton of my signs look like this that are in my garage. I thrift and then I yard sale and then I sand a bunch of things down thinking I'm going to do videos and then I don't. But I think this one was from Goodwill for $1.79. I think it was originally from Dollar General, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint this in the color Crimson by Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm just going to go ahead and sand this down. Now, I originally had all intentions on adding some scrapbook paper to the top of this, and I started gluing and I did not feel like going back outside and sanding, so some of the paint was already starting to chip off, so I thought this would be great just to distress it a little bit. I feel like it's been a while since I have done a good solid farmhouse piece, so I was actually pretty excited to be able to distress this and just kind of, have it look like my decor at home, but not normally for Christmas. So right now I am super into gingerbreads and stuff, but Farmhouse always has a special place in my heart, and that is how my house is decorated pretty much throughout the entire year besides Christmas time. But I'm actually really excited to add these to my home this season. I just decided to add a decal. This is from Cricut Design Space, and some bells, which I've just had in my Christmas craft stash, and I'm just adding it to the top of the cutting board. Now, these rub-on transfers were the whole reason why I decided to do this video. There was so many cute ones, and I thought that I could even cut off some of the words on here. Now, not that I don't love them, I just didn't want so many words in every single piece that I did. So I had these wood pieces left over from a previous DIY. It came in a bunch from Hobby Lobby, and I had 4 left over. So I thought, why not and make another sign with these, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint them with the white chalk paint. These were all painted and good to go. I went ahead and just hot glued the 4 of these wood pieces together to make a larger sign for the rub-on transfer. Found these on Amazon, and I will link them in the description box below for you guys. Now, these are more of a glossy rub-on transfer with a really sticky sticker, so to get these off were such a pain, but well worth it. So it just took a little bit of extra time, and I seem to find these more and more when I shop on Amazon, but as long as your paint is dry or you seal your paint beforehand, you shouldn't have any issues. Now, some of the paint started to come off on this, which it really wasn't a big deal because I feel like the paint kind of soaked into the wood, so you're going to see that there is just a ton of white on that sticker that I'm pulling up, and that's definitely the paint, but you couldn't even tell. And then once that was done, I just went ahead and dry brushed it, and this is just some nutmeg brown acrylic paint just to give it a nice little distressed look. Here's another sign that was sanded down. Now, this was originally from Hobby Lobby, and I just went ahead and sanded it down just to make some new decor. So this was something that I made and then just kind of wanted to reuse the sign. You can find these at Hobby Lobby around fall and Christmas time, and they're only like $1.25, if not a little more inexpensive than that. So, or maybe a little bit more, maybe $1.30, but they are really great quality. Now, I did cut off the words to this, and I just love the sheep with the presents. I thought this was, it kind of reminded me of like a little vintage theme, and I just thought this was super cute and pretty, so I just went ahead and added it to the bottom. Once that was done, I just went ahead and added some greenery and some berries just to top this cute little sign off. DIY, I'll be using a Dollar Tree frame, some scrapbook paper, which I got in a large pack from Hobby Lobby, and a Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer. Now I'm just going to take the back right off of this, and I really liked this frame and this sign because it was just like a picture frame. And once that was done, I just added that scrapbook paper right to the inside, and then now I'm going to be adding that Chalk Couture transfer right over the top. And I just love using Chalk Couture on glass. It always has such a great look to it, and I love that if you wanted to change this out, you could definitely just wipe away this chalk paste and you would be able to reuse it for something else. I just went ahead and used the color Velvet, which is just black chalk paste, and this is by Chalk Couture as well. And I will link this down below for you guys if you want to check it out. And then to top this off, I am just adding this bow. I want to say this came from Dollar General a couple years ago, maybe even Dollar Tree. I have not bought a ton of new Christmas decor or Christmas crafts this year because I just figured I would use up what I had. Found some small Farmhouse Christmas rub-on transfers, and I'm using it for the next couple of DIYs. Now I had this little house. This was $1 from Dollar General a while back, and I just went ahead and painted it. I ended up having to sand the top down and repaint it just because the rub-on transfers were not sticking to this. It just was not working. So if there is that paper and you're trying to paint over that like paper on top of, it's just not going to work. So sand everything down, painted it that crimson color by Waverly, and this really cute rub-on transfer. I love these 3 cows, and I just think this turned out perfect. I also just added a bow to the top, which these bows are from Amazon, and that was it for this one. Very quick and easy one. I am using this tiny little wooden cutting board. This is from Hobby Lobby, and I want to say they're under $2 when they're on sale. And I just think it's a great deal for these. I use these all year round. Once I added that rub-on transfer, I just added some greenery and a bow to the top. Vase was from a thrift store. It was only $2. Now this one I actually made for my mom. She recently adopted and rescued a dog a few months ago, and it's his first Christmas at the house. So of course we have to go all out and decorate for his first Christmas. So I thought this one was super cute with this dog. Dear Santa, don't forget the dog, of course. This one was kind of tricky getting on. I was having some issues, but thankfully the stuff and the rub-on part that did kind of come off went back on just fine, thankfully. When it comes to like larger rub-on transfers, specifically these that were super sticky, I was kind of having some issues with some bubbles, but eventually you could just rub those out, and this turned out so cute. I just ended up adding some greenery and berries to the inside of the vase. Is this Dollar Tree wooden sled. Now this was from a couple years ago, and I don't know if they still sell these or not. Let me know in the comments below if you are still able to pick these up, because I don't think I have seen them in a while at my Dollar Tree, but they are so fun to use and they work great in tier trays. I'm just going to paint the edges and the sides with the crimson color by Waverly, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint the top part white, and obviously it's just white chalk paint. I'm using another smaller rub-on transfer. I love this little chicken coop one. I thought it was really cute. I think actually all of them are cute, so I probably said that multiple times. And I just want to share with you guys like just a ton of different ways that you can use these rub-on transfers. So sometimes I feel like if I'm not going to use a ton of them, it's really not worth spending the money. But if you're going to make multiple crafts with them and have a ton of different ideas, you can really put them on anything glass, anything wood. You can put them on absolutely anything and everything, especially when you are crafting. Like I said, these ones were kind of tough to get on and off, but they do end up working. I didn't rip or tear any of them, and that is always a plus. And then just to top this off, I decided to just add this really cute wreath, and this was from Walmart, and I think it was actually supposed to be put on top of gifts. Had this little cutting board tray for, I want to say, a solid year, and I never really knew what to do with it, but I'm going to go ahead and paint the top of this with the chalk paint in white, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add a rub-on transfer to the top of this. And I was kind of sad to like think and know that this is only going to be out for Christmas time, because obviously these rub-on transfers say Christmas things on them and they look like Christmas and they're Santa hats and presents, but it's kind of nice when you can pack things up and then get it out for the next year. But I think this would be so cute year round if it was just a regular Longhorn cow or a Highland cow. I don't know the two of them apart. I know Highlands they don't normally have horns like this, I think. I don't know. I'm not a professional when it comes to those, but I want to say this is a Longhorn, but then with the bangs, it kind of looks like a Highland. Let me know in the comments if you actually know specifically which one this is. Then to finish this off, I did just want to rough up the edges a little bit and just distress it just a tiny bit. It's just kind of what I like to do. Obviously, you don't have to do this, but I always think it looks really great with farmhouse decor. So that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you stick around and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!